Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a special segment of Progressive Discussions. This happens to be a campaign-oriented segment that I'm doing today. It is May 30th, 2018, and this Tuesday, June the 5th, happens to be election day here in the state of New Jersey for New Jersey State Senate. Now, on the ballot, well, before I begin, let us have 7 lucky bells for our progressive Democrat, Lisa McCormick, who is running this Tuesday and who happens to be on the ballot in column 2. Okay, excuse me. All right. Now, this Tuesday, June the 5th, is election day. And in column 1, we have the establishment incumbents in the Democratic Party. Senator Robert Menendez, followed by his team there. Josh Gottheimer, Mr. Tedesco, so on and so forth. Okay. Then in column 2, we have one candidate who stands alone because she is not an establishment Democrat. Okay. She is not beholden to the top 2% plutocracy or oligarchy. Okay, she does not owe the fat cats any big favors like the establishment Democrats, her incumbent opponents. Okay, her name is Lisa McCormick. She is a true progressive Democrat, an old school progressive Democrat who reminds me of the way the Democratic Party used to be back in the day of Franklin Delano Roosevelt and John F. Kennedy, Harry Truman, Lyndon Johnson. Back then, back in the day, some Republicans were considered moderate or progressive, like Dwight Eisenhower. A lot of the things he said were considered, by today's standards, very progressive and moderate. Teddy Roosevelt. So, and of course, Abraham Lincoln. So things have changed, unfortunately. The two-party system has become, how should I say, very pathetic and corrupt. Many people are on the take, paid off. Jesse Ventura said it best when he won governor of Minnesota. He said that a politician is not obligated to meet with lobbyists if he or she does not want to. It is their choice. So once you meet with lobbyists, of course, they're sent out by corporate American CEOs because they have a profit motivated, money-oriented agenda, very selfish agenda that does not include the American people. But you're not obligated as a politician to meet with them. So if you refuse to meet with such lobbyists, special interests, and you are a true progressive, like some of those in the organization Our Revolution, started by independent Senator Bernie Sanders, who got screwed pretty much by a rigged system back in 2016. That's obvious. Excuse me. But we're not going to backtrack, and we're not going to dwell on the past. But people are aware of what happened by just looking at the massive amounts of people that showed up at progressive Senator Bernie Sanders rallies as opposed to the others. Okay, and the fact that he accepted donations from regular Americans, not from the fat cats, not from the oligarchy or the plutocracy or corporate America. Okay, and he, for somebody who ran a very humble campaign, a low budget campaign, like Jesse Ventura did when he won back then governor of Minnesota, he did extraordinarily well. Of course, in the debates, the establishment, the media hammered the hell out of him and gave him a hard time. But he did not want to see a, not to get into detail about him, but he did not want to see a mentally unstable, right-wing conservative lunatic win the election. So he endorsed Hillary Clinton because you have to do what you have to do to save the country. Well, guess what? A little over 60% of Americans did not even bother to vote in the election of back in November when our current president won. Okay, now little over 60%, 63 or 64%, which incidentally is about the percentage of the national budget that goes towards the military, and social services only make up like 2%. But if you talk to all the teabaggers, you know, the right-wing zealots, they'll tell you otherwise, because they want to blame all their problems on the poor, because conservatives have always waged war against the poor, and they want to blame their life's problems on people of color also. That's why they target immigrants of color coming from south of the border and never, let's say, Eastern European immigrants. So, that being said, there obviously is much unfairness and corruption and underhandedness in American politics today, and this is why when you elect a true progressive, you have to be very careful, because that is the only type of politician who is going to fight for the little guy. The bottom 98% will be a true progressive. If it happens to be a Democrat, it must be a true progressive Democrat, like Lisa McCormick. Lisa McCormick is a true progressive Democrat, okay, as opposed to an establishment democrat, the term I made up, that owes favors to the fat cats. So, those out there that are not registered to vote, well, you have no right to complain. If you do not vote, you have no right to complain. I'm serious. I don't want to see how brilliant you are on social media. If you do not vote, if you do not get involved, you have no right to complain. And shame on you if you didn't register to vote. Because, I mean, I don't care if you vote for Huckleberry Hound, Elmer Fudd, Baby Finster, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Homer Simpson. Uh, I don't. Eric Cartman on South Park. As long as everyone gets out there and forgets about uh, their petty, self-absorbed, hedonistic lives, and just takes that little bit of time. Like with me, it only takes 10 minutes for me to vote. I'm serious. I go in the daytime, drive about 5 minutes, and I vote. I see people I know, and then I chat later. But all in all, I always vote in every major election. If you get out and vote, if most people vote, the right-wing conservative Republicans never win elections. If we the people, if the asses of the masses make it their business to always vote, the right-wing forces of evil and the establishment Democrats um, most likely don't get elected. Well, at least the right-wing Republicans do not get elected because the little guy has common sense and knows who works for them. Now, sometimes you're forced to vote for the lesser of the two evils. But in this case, New Jerseyans, you have a choice because this woman, whose name is right below, and in honor of, I'm assuming she's Irish. I have my lucky blackthorn shillelagh, okay, with the shamrock of authenticity for good luck. All right. The woman's name that is below the shillelagh happens to be on the ballot, so you do have options, people of New Jersey, citizens of New Jersey. You do have options. She's on the ballot. A true progressive is on the ballot, Lisa McCormick, in column 2, to the right of the establishment Democrats. All right. So I did not see any questions on the ballot. Okay. I double checked. I did not see them. And so it shouldn't be hard, and there should be no excuses not to find Lisa McCormick's name on the ballot, New Jerseyans. It's right there. She's all by herself in column 2 to the right of the establishment Democrats, and who are in column 1. Now, for those that say, well, an independent progressive doesn't stand a chance, or a non-establishment politician doesn't stand a chance. Well, guess what? If enough people vote for them, which means if enough people find it important enough to go out and vote in this country, then anyone can get elected. Okay? Whether they be with the establishment or not. In this case, you're looking at a true non-establishment progressive Democrat, Lisa McCormick. Now, let me see if we have any activity. All right. Oh, okay. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. We are going live right now. We are being streamed live on YouTube. Okay, live and recorded. I just want to bring up, let me see. Some names, just to remind them that you have a true progressive on the ballot here. They are from my revolution. All right, let me bring them up. These are our revolution. Our Revolution Leaders, the organization started by Bernie Sanders. And they have had quite a bit of luck, probably due to hard work campaigning, as far as winning elections nationwide. From what I understand, many Our Revolution um, progressives have won elections in their given area, and they're on a roll, definitely. For those that do not know me, I am James P. Madonna of the long-running show Progressive Discussions since 1995, and I can be found on the web under Mega Life 21, MEGALIFE 21. All right, these are the Our Revolution leaders. Richard Askins. All right. The email is rcaskins@verizon.net. Richard Askins, support a true progressive in this election in New Jersey. Lisa McCormick. Okay. Barry Brendel, Brendel. And the email is bbrendel@gmail.com. Progressive Barry Brendel, support Lisa McCormick this election day, this Tuesday, okay? June the 5th. Okay, next we have Geo Chalker, spelled Geo like geothermal, GEO. Last name CHALKER, and the email is volunteers at our rev, REV, NJ.org. Volunteers at our rev, NJ.org. Support Lisa McCormick, please. A true progressive this election day, this Tuesday. All right. Tamar Wilson, another progressive. TAMAR, Tamar Wilson, like Woodrow Wilson, WILSON. Email is tamar.j.wilson@gmail.com. Get behind Lisa McCormick this Tuesday. Okay? All right. Pat Mulligan, spelled like Mulligan is spelled, MULLIGAN. Email is pbmulligan@yahoo.com. Support Lisa McCormick. Do the right thing for New Jersey State Senate. If you're true progressives, you people, you should be if you're part of Our Revolution. Okay, Joni Brennan, Joni Brennan, BRENNAN. Seaside, PONEE, Pony, Seaside Pony at AOL.com. Support Lisa McCormick this Tuesday. I'm just trying to shake up all the progressives, the so-called progressives here. Okay, Ellie Fadden, ELLY, Fadden, FADN. Email is orhazlet, HAZLET, @gmail.com. Hazlet, like Hazlet, New Jersey, down in, I believe, Monmouth County. orhazlet@gmail.com. Ellie Fadden. Support Lisa McCormick. Do the right thing. Okay. Steve Weinberg. Stephen Weinberg. Weinberg. That's Steve.Weinberg at mac.com. Mac.com. Steve.Weinberg at mac.com. Back up to progressive Lisa McCormick. Okay. Thomas Auzinger. That's Auzinger. Email is thomas@auzinger.org. Support Lisa McCormick. If you are a true progressive and if you are affiliated, especially with our revolution, wake up, shake it up, progressives, be proactive. You hear? Do the right thing. Joey Novick, Joey Novick, Novick. Email Joey Novick, all one word, Joey Novick @gmail.com. Support Lisa McCormick, not the establishment Democrats. All right. Michael Rushnak, that's Rushnak. Email is mrushnak@aol.com. Campaign for and vote for Lisa McCormick. Okay, here we go. Kim Dunn, DUNN, hyphen Maynell, MEYNELL. Kim Dunn, Maynell. Our Revolution, Somerset, New Jersey @gmail.com. Our Revolution, Somerset, New Jersey. All one word. Support Lisa McCormick this Tuesday on Election Day. The true progressive for the Democratic Party. Okay, not just someone who uses the word progressive loosely. Okay. Sean Smith, SEAN, Smith, like Dr. Zachary Smith of Lost in Space. Oh, the pain, the pain. Yes, the pain if the wrong people get elected. I could do Dr. Smith, but I don't want too much humor in this video. Anyway, Sean Smith, email address, ORUnionCounty @yahoo.com. ORUnionCounty, all one word, @yahoo.com. Sean Smith, work hard and help Lisa McCormick get elected this Tuesday on Election Day if you are a true progressive. I got the shillelagh. Remember that. All right. All right. Steve Bello. BELO. Steve.Bello @ptsem.edu. All right. Steve Bello. Support Lisa McCormick. True progressive. All right. What do we got? Justin Goldsman. Justin. JUSTIN. Goldsman. GOLDSMAN. Email JustinGoldsman93 @gmail.com. Back up Lisa McCormick this Tuesday. Catherine Joyce, JOYCE. Email KCJoyce @yahoo.com. Make sure Lisa McCormick is your choice. Danny Kim, KIM. The email for Danny Kim is bergen.ourrevolution @gmail.com. Hey, that's my home County. I'm in Bergen County. I'm from Bergen County. Danny Kim, you're representing, if you're representing Bergen County for our revolution, Danny Kim, make sure you get out there and work hard and get Lisa McCormick elected. You hear? Because I live and I'm voting in Bergen County and I'm from here. Oh, now I'm getting riled up. Tomorrow, oh, I think I mentioned it already. Yeah, I mentioned it already. Tomorrow Wilson. Okay. Must have been a little glitch in the list. Richard McFarlane, MC, Farlane. Email richardmcfarlane.nj@gmail.com. All one word. Support Lisa McCormick. Be proactive in getting her elected. Okay, I think that's it. I believe that is it. You people are affiliated with our revolution. You're supposed to be progressives. The only progressive candidate in New Jersey for New Jersey State Senate, okay, this Tuesday, June the 5th, is Lisa McCormick in column 2. She's all by herself in column 2. I didn't see any questions, so we the people should not get confused and make excuses. Oh, I couldn't find Lisa McCormick's name because there were so many, there were all these questions on the ballot. No, there's no excuse. I didn't see any. I honestly didn't. I just saw column 1 with Robert Menendez and his establishment Democrat crew underneath him. And it's column 1. Column 1 had the establishment Democrat incumbents, and column 2 had just Lisa McCormick, the true progressive. Besides supporting Lisa McCormick as being the only true progressive, another tiny reason that's just the icing on the cake is I am very pissed off at Josh Gottheimer. I attended one of his telephone town hall meetings, and he was extremely rude to me. He cut me off, and I thought I had very important, valid questions. And it was about the poor state of our pathetic United States of America dinosaur public transportation system. I don't have to remind people that our subways are ancient and disgusting. New Jersey Transit buses are also outdated and terrible with bus drivers that are never on time. Their schedules are always late. People are always waiting too long for buses, and they're not the clean air buses that the city of New York has. Or better yet, like we're supposed to have, is light rails, non-fossil fuel, whatever they run on electromagnetic energy or whatever. We're supposed to have modern, fast, light rails and not buses and subways. We're long overdue for that. And worst of all, we have the real dinosaurs called Amtrak. And the rest of the world, even mainland China, have high-speed bullet trains, and you know how modern they are and how fast they go, okay? And they don't run on any fossil fuels, from what I understand. They might be electromagnetic as well, sort of like monorails. Anyway, I thought that this subject was extremely important, but not Josh Gottheimer of Bergen County, New Jersey. Oh no, he cut me off rudely and did not want to hear about our public transportation system. No, not Mr. Godheimer. So that is an additional reason, like I said before, the icing on the cake of why I will not support the establishment Democrat column one Robert Menendez team. I will be voting for progressive Lisa McCormick. You got that, Josh Gottheimer? You don't think it's important to talk about public transportation with the high costs of auto insurance in the state of New Jersey, astronomical auto insurance, not to mention the astronomical costs of maintaining a motor vehicle with the car payments and the price of gasoline and with the horrible traffic and pollution, especially now that the beaches are open and people will be stuck in traffic for God knows how long just to get to the beach that you got to pay to get on, cover charge and all that other New Jersey rip-off stuff. Without getting into detail, because I did that on my show, I'm not going to do it here. You know that, so that's not important to you, establishment Democrat, Mr. Josh Gottheimer. I think it's very important. I think people having options of not, buying a car, maintaining a car that they probably can't afford. I think they should have options. I think the public transportation system should be fast, should be pollution free, no traffic like other countries, no fossil fuels being used, and that includes a high-speed rail for interstate transportation should be available. The Jersey Shore high-speed rail should be available to avoid traffic just to get to the beach. Um, hey, here's something for you. Establishment two-party system candidates, Republicans especially. What about taxing the rich in New Jersey and taking the tax burden completely off the shoulders of the middle class? How about that? It's about time. It's long overdue. Um, give the tax breaks to the middle class, which is Main Street, which is the backbone of the United States economy, always has been, and also the the number one consumers in the United States is the middle class, Main Street. Mom and pop stores, professionals that have their own office, any small business, any small emerging growth company is all considered part of the middle class. The middle class entrepreneurialism and businesses mean more competition, which means better products, better service, more job creation. Main Street is the backbone of job creation, not Wall Street, not the fat cats, not the big corporate fat cats. So therefore, the middle class, Main Street, should be getting all the tax breaks, lower income taxes substantially, and substantially lower property taxes, and the rich should be taxed. They should pay their fair share in taxes. We originally have, in the United States, we had set up a progressive tax system. The more money you make, the more taxes you pay. It's only fair. It's only fair. Why should the backbone of the American economy have the tax burden? Social services, like I said earlier in this campaign show, only makes up like 2% of the apple pie. Most of it is military-industrial complex bloat. Okay, But there are, I hate to say it, I'm not going to mention any names, but I could, but I will on my show. There are Democrats in Washington that are pretty much sellout Democrats. When they run for election, they pretend to care about the little guy and the poor and all that, and they're basically corporatists, um, and they're like the people who ran the DNC back in 2016. They're corporatists. They're for sale. And but before I close out this campaign show, like Jesse Ventura said when he was running for governor of Minnesota on a small budget, and he won. He won as a liberal libertarian or a moderate libertarian, I believe. He says he's more liberal. But anyway, he says you are not obligated to meet with any lobbyists. Politicians are not obligated to do this. So if you choose to be corrupt and you choose to be on the take, it's all your fault. It's totally your choice. Okay, so that being said, good luck. Good luck, progressive Democrat Lisa McCormick, for this election day coming up in New Jersey State Senate. Let me see what the mystical crystal has to say. This is genuine rock crystal. For those of you that don't know me, I have a large crystal stone pyramid collection. Okay, all different stones for different purposes. So I know a lot of you progressives out there and liberals like mysticism and holistic health, which I have a very large group on Facebook called Holistic Health Talk. Holistic Health Talk is my largest group. There's over 8,000 members so far. I have an international food and drink group called Everything is Food. But Holistic Health Talk is a heavy hitter. I also have Progressive Discussions Facebook page, Progressive Discussions on Twitter, Progressive Discussions on YouTube. So whether you Google Progressive Discussions or Megalife 21 or both, James P. Madonna, you can do that too. It all shows up on your search. Okay. Crystal. Now, I'm not moving this. What do you think of Lisa McCormick? World of mysticism. Do you like Lisa McCormick to become the New Jersey State Senator? Now, clockwise means yes, counterclockwise means no, back and forth means undecided. Okay. Now, it is moving, as far as I'm concerned, because it's right in front of me, it is moving clockwise. That means yes. Now, as you can see my hand, wrist, and forearm, I am not moving this thing. I also have a pair of copper divining rods that I can use, but this has more motion. Okay, the pendulum, the rock crystal pendulum likes Lisa McCormick and chooses Lisa McCormick, and God willing, Lisa McCormick will win if all you progressive people out there from our revolution get out there and work hard and support her and make sure she gets elected, all right? Okay, that's it. I'm done. Let me salute her with the Blackthorn Shillelagh. Good luck, Lisa McCormick, on this Tuesday's election day. You won't be hard to find on the ballot. There is no excuse. And if you don't vote, America, shame on you. Because if there's a will, there's a way with everything in life. And that includes voting. All right? Bye-bye. And good night.